So today I'm going to talk about the best way, the most effective way to get rid of your love handles. Now I'm going to post a picture right here of my before and after so you can see that I had love handles. I got rid of them. I even got relatively lean and still had love handles. So I'm going to talk about exactly how to get rid of them, guys. And the first thing is going to be understanding the concept of the way fat loss works, guys. You obviously cannot spot reduce fat. However, when you are in a calorie deficit, you are going to lose from the areas that you lose most from, right? You're going to lose from the most common areas: lower chest, lower back, abdomen, and love handles. Now, for most of us, one of the last areas to lose is going to be our love handles. What does that mean? That means we have to be in a consistent calorie deficit in order to lose, fat everywhere, and then eventually our love handles, right? If that's one of our last areas to lose. So that is the concept that a lot of people need to realize: a consistent high protein calorie deficit, right? Which means it has to be sustainable. A lot of people don't realize that. They're like, all right, man, what detox should I take to make my love handles go away? And then they'll take a detox tea, they'll shit out a bunch of shit, right? They'll lose like 10 pounds and then they'll eat the shit right back. And then they'll be like, well, I felt like I almost lost them, but then I gained it back. They're not changing their lifestyle. They don't understand the concept of fat loss. The reason I always say make this a lifestyle is so it could last long term. If it lasts long term, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna lose your love handles and keep it off because, like I said, you gotta be in a consistent calorie deficit, guys. So for me, for my transformation that I showed, it was, I was losing some, shoulder fat, and I was losing some, arm fat, and I was losing some stomach fat, some glute fat, some lower back fat. I was losing all these things, still had the love handles. Then I'm getting down to, from 36 to 34 inch waist. I still have the love handles, but I'm losing some chest fat. Get down to 32 inch waist, I still have some love handles. By the time I get to 30, 31, then I'm losing the love handles, right? So it takes time, right? A lot of people are like, what exercise do you make your weight shrink? Do you do this bullshit? I've never done that shit a day in my life except right now. Or if I demonstrate some bullshit. That's the only time I ever do this side crunches and all that other bullshit. Yeah, you're gonna feel, your obliques from doing that, but you're not gonna see your obliques because you have a layer of fat over it. This is a body fat percentage thing. The way to lose your love handles is to be in a consistent calorie deficit, right? Making sure that you're reducing your body fat percentage. Now, obviously, having more muscle is going to make sure that you burn more fat at rest. It's going to make sure that you're burning more calories. You have a higher, basal metabolic rate. So strength training while in a high protein calorie deficit is going to be super important. All right. And then if you're getting 1,000 to 2,000 steps a day, try to get at least 5,000 steps a day is like the bare minimum. I know some people say 10,000 steps a day, but I found that, if I get around 5,000 steps a day, I'm good. And even if I get below that, my nutrition is usually on point. So I don't really struggle with that. So like I said, guys, the number one way to actually lose your love handles is to consistently be in a high protein calorie deficit. And I want you to understand that you got to make this a lifestyle change. Like, I'm tired of seeing people do the same shit over and over and they're like, damn, man, I almost got it. No. The hypothesis, the input is shit. All right. The input doesn't make any sense. The input won't get you the results you want. You are not going to do, you guys do keto 4 weeks straight. You've done it 10 different occasions. Same result every time. If you restrict carbs now, you ensure that you'll binge on carbs later, right? And you're 10 for 10. So maybe you should try something different that actually works, right? Because a lot of people think that they have to go from eating the current carbs they're eating right now, which is usually closer to 500, to absolutely cutting out carbs completely. Carbs are not the enemy. The amount of carbs you're eating and the type of carbs you're eating were the problem. If you're eating rice, if you're eating white, brown, rice, if you're eating sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, if you're eating pasta, if you're eating fruits and vegetables, there is nothing wrong with those. Now, if you fry the white rice and you eat 10 cups a day, then there might be an issue with that because now you're going way over your calories. Now you're in a calorie surplus. But if you're eating, you can eat 8 pieces of whole wheat bread and be in a calorie deficit and lose fat. You know what I mean? My first cut ever when I went from 203 to like 190, I ate like 8 pieces of wheat bread a day because I like wheat bread instead of oatmeal. I like wheat bread at night to make peanut butter jelly sandwiches, and I lost weight. Why? Because I was in a calorie deficit. It's that simple. Like, people don't realize that. They're like, oh my God, bread is bad. You were just eating bread, drinking liquor, eating pizza, eating donuts, eating all that stuff. That's how you gain all the fat. And now that you're on a fat loss journey, instead of cutting back on those and replacing them with, white and brown rice, potatoes and things like that, you cut out all carbs. You can't go from one extreme to another and expect to maintain that. That shit doesn't make any sense. All right. So realizing that this is a lifestyle change, what does that mean? More whole foods. When you go to the grocery store, stay on the perimeter. All right. Don't eat as many cookies, Oreos. Don't be going out to eat and getting margaritas and getting appetizers and desserts. Like, be more conscious of your decisions you're making. You have to become the person who can lose the love handles and keep them off. You don't do certain inputs, lose the love handles, and go back to your old habits. That's what everybody is looking for. Everybody is looking for a way to do some kind of 2-week detox or 2-week or 4-week diet and then go back to their old shitty habits, their unhealthy habits, and then somehow maintain that weight loss. And that's not how it works. Now, Before you're like, well, you don't understand, life is too short, I want to enjoy it. Yeah, you're going to fucking enjoy life when you're actually disciplined, right? Because discipline is the key to freedom, but you're going to enjoy life when you're disciplined and you don't feel as sluggish from always eating shit. Your health numbers aren't as bad. You're not always getting yelled at by your doctor. You don't have a big ass stomach where you can't even see your pee-pee, right? Or you don't feel super sluggish from having a big ass stomach. Or you can't wear certain shirts because you have a big ass stomach. Or you have saggy man boobs because you eat like shit and your estrogen levels are high and your body fat is high. So your quality of life is gonna go up when you eat healthier anyways, right? You're gonna feel better, more mentally clear as well. But that's not the only thing. Eating unhealthy literally means harmful to health. So if you're eating unhealthy, that means you are sabotaging yourself through nutrition, which means you don't love yourself. Very basic shit, right? So I'm not gonna argue with people who are like, well, you have to enjoy yourself and eat donuts. Can I eat donuts every once in a while? If you're 100 fucking pounds overweight, you had enough days eating donuts, clearly. You had cheat meals for years. If you went up to 100 pounds overweight, you've had enough cheat meals. It's time to lock in, all right? That simple. But anyways, guys, if you want to lose your love handles, make this shit a lifestyle. Stop fucking around with this, oh, okay, I'm gonna do a Jenny Craig diet. Oh, I'm gonna do Weight Watchers like Oprah. Oprah gets surgery and still gains weight. She gets surgery and still gains weight. She does that shit every year. She balloons up to sell, and then she loses weight, sells some shit, and then balloons right back up. That doesn't seem like a sustainable lifestyle, guys. Eat more whole foods. Surround yourself with whole foods so that even if you do think you're binging, your calories are so low because of what you're eating, and you're getting more nutrients because you're eating fruits and you're getting more fiber, that you end up not really binge eating, right? Versus when you have Oreos around you, you can eat a whole family size thing of Oreos and not be full because there's so much sugar in it, and you get that endorphin rush and it doesn't have that much fiber in it, right? Versus if you eat an apple and a bowl of watermelon, you'll get way more full, and that's like 200 calories, all right? So make it a lifestyle.